Hello from the second workout. This one is for my flexible fitness folks, but any of you can do it. Modify it higher, lower, do what you like, but here it goes. Start out sitting in a chair and you're going to do little knee lifts, bracing the core to help lift those legs up. Go a little slower. You're gonna feel the abs a little deeper. You can pick up that tempo, but I want you to feel this work coming from your abdomen. Avoid pulling from the hip flexors, make it come from the abdomen. And then you're gonna start doing a little rotation with the arms, or this is a little more doable, reach one hand, opposite knee, okay? Then we'll just take one leg up. I like to give a little squeeze of the hip flexors, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down. Little extension if you'd like, and the other side, little squeeze. I think my flexible fitness group is gonna recognize a lot of this stuff. We're gonna sit at the edge of the chair, brace the belly, try to get your sit bones into the chair, butt bones, sit bones, and then you're gonna do a little lateral stepping. You can start to reach out. We don't have anybody right next to us, so you can spread those arms out wide, push the walls away, lift the head up high, roll the insides of the elbows up, and turn the palms down. You're gonna feel a little more work down through your scapula and your lats. We're gonna hold that and just do a little look across the top of the thumb, chin level to the ground, spine held high. So you're gonna brace the abs so you're still connecting the sits bones into your chair, pointing the tailbone down towards the chair, and then look across to the left thumb. Some nice big open breaths, come across and release, and a little shoulder roll. And then we're gonna do a little side stretch, drive the shoulder down, reach out of the hip. So I'm gonna sit for you, the right sit bone into the chair as I lift open, and it's just a touch of a hinge forward. You're gonna get that low back pocket. And release. Now you can hold any of these longer. Pause the video for a bit if you need to. You're gonna stretch, a little brace, and reach, shoulder down, a little tuck. Nice big breath, and again, you can either look to the floor or up and release. Just one more before we stand. You can do a little warming up the legs a little bit more. Extend the legs out, tapping your heels. All right, then using that core, weight into the legs, knees straight out from the hips, lift yourself slowly up. Always go slow. I don't want you to become lightheaded with any too quick of movement, and make sure you take some you're breathing well. You're gonna come to the back end of the chair. We're gonna start with 15 to 20 heel raises, using your glutes to lift. Again, brace the belly. Oftentimes when I watch people doing these heel lifts, they sway in the low back and do a little rock and a push from here. Actually, just about 2 inches below that navel, you're gonna engage, feel to keep that lumbar spine protected and your pelvic floor. And you're gonna feel the lifting, lift the heels up, come up onto the ball of the big toes. That's gonna kind of bring you all the way through all the balls of the feet, and then lift from the glutes, and you're gonna feel that trickle down your body. Then we're gonna go a little bit wider. Head up, push in with the abs, reach your tailbone back. Now I'm going slow with these. You know how you're feeling. You can go a little bit faster. I go slow for many of my, don't want to say it, but older population. So you don't feel lightheaded. Make sure you drink water. Oftentimes that's part of the problem. We haven't had enough water. It's easy to forget that when we're out of our normal routines. So nice and slow, brace the abs. Notice I'm really keeping the knees as I'm going down. Pretend the chair's in front of me. You're keeping those knees tracking with the toes. And keeping the hips square between the knees, nice and slow. Then, we're gonna target our glutes. We're gonna tap back. All of these I'm working about either 8 to 10, 15 to 20. I might be doing more or less because I'm doing an awful lot of hopefully helpful coaching to you, but talking as I'm doing the workout. So right here, I know I'm looking at the camera, but I want your shoulders over the hips and just straight toe tap back. As you're toe tapping back, and I'll do it this way, be sure that the heel is in line with your foot. Oftentimes I see this drag like so. Now I'm not targeting into my glutes. Tap that foot straight back. Feel where your heel is. That's going to get it right square into the glutes. Excellent. Now, we're going to bring one back, lower that heel down, push to straight arms, push back a little bit, get openness through the hip flexor and your quad, and you can also go a little bit deeper and get it into the calf. Don't over push it. Breathe through it. Otherwise, you can hold one back, open up. I'm targeting my glute again, and I'm open up through the hip flexor. I would say just open up maybe 2 or 3 times on each side. Really get that openness. You can hold the chair like so. For many of you, we usually use the TRX for this exercise. Most of you probably don't at this point have one at home, so definitely use the chair. All right, then the next one, I know most of you love this one. You're going to hinge at the hips, not mid-spine, not in the thoracic spine, right at those hip bones. You're gonna hinge. You're gonna have just a little softness in these. Draw the scapula down your back. Pull your belly up to open up the lumbar spine and your sacrum, and release. Take some nice calming breaths.
Make sure it's like a table.
And we're going to cross one arm over to get down through the rib cage. And then over to the other side. We're going to get right through the rib cage. Open up the intercostal muscles, shoulders down. Nice big breath. Hopefully you might feel this out, down around through the outside of the hip. And again, from here, slowly come up. Now, if that felt good, do a few more of those in between any of these exercises. I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to stand tall. I'm not going to back up. I'm just going to bring one foot forward and hinge again. Now, my foot placement's important. I'm not going to stress the top of my foot. I'm going to use my calf muscle and my quad to lift the foot up and elongate the hamstring. And elongate the spine. Shoulders back, chest is open. Just some nice full breaths. Hold it longer. But make sure at this point, hopefully you're a little more warm and these stretches are feeling good. Come on up, and we're just going to do a little bit of a sweep of the leg. You can tap it. Sometimes I'll tell my folks to keep, if the balance is a little off, trace the floor instead of just fully swinging it. Keep a toe connected, and keep the hands, keep that chest open, brace in the belly. And we'll do the same on the other side. So we're going to hinge. And do a nice elongate the spine. There's that one that we're gonna first go here, open up the back, hold that, give it a nice full deep breath. Maybe like 7 in, 7 out. And then we're gonna stand nice and tall, foot forward, hinge at the hips, and come on back. Nice straight from the shoulder down to the hip, a nice full, long, lean line. Hold that for a few, 10. And then we're gonna do a little bit up and around, shoulder down, a little lift of the abs. This one I know a lot of my folks love. It targets in that low back, right around the hip. Gonna give it around to the other side. Anchor down. down. From here, you're anchoring down the right heel, drawing a little bit in the belly, reaching the arm up and around, and then feeling that stretch. Draw the shoulder blade down into the lat muscle as you extend the fingertips as far as you can. It's going to give you a nice open stretch down your side. And then bring it down. Just a couple more. We're going to do a little lateral raising. I'll turn the chair a few different ways, but you're going to stand nice and tall, brace the belly. It's going to be a little balance. Just laterally raise. Do it in, I like to do it at a tempo, maybe a 2-2 count up. So you're not throwing the leg, you're actually using your muscles and lifting the leg. So a slow up, 2, down, 2, maybe 8 on each side. Checking out my notes. I don't want you to put your head down to the floor. You want to keep your chin level with the ground and shoulders back. I'm just peeking at my notes.
For her next video, she will be posting.
If you guys know Duncan, he's my camera guy right now. All right, then march it out a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of balance. Chair off to the side. Nice shoulder roll. Reach those arms down. Drape one ear over. Be sure the shoulders are level. Chest is broad. Open up the heart and lungs here. Avoid that collapsing. A little turn out of the hands. Relax the hands. And just avoid pushing this. Breathe through it. And then a little bit of turn of the chin down towards your chest. We're going to bring it around to the other side. I know you'll notice I close my eyes often because I'm really trying to go internally and think about where I'm feeling this stuff. Whether it's a high level class, low level, definitely really just be in the present moment. Think about what your body is doing right now. And we're going to bring it back down. All right, I'm going to just do a little bit of balance work. We're going to balance and hold. Bracing the core if it's doable. Go ahead and let it go. For many of you, if you want to keep toe on the floor, it's fine. Avoid popping this hip out. Usually when people balance, they do that little pop of the hip. Use your obliques, use the lats, brace the tummy as strong through the glutes as you lift and balance in the leg. You can do this one. I want you to play with it. Bring it behind. Again, you can trace the floor with the toe. You can bring it out to the side. You can move the chair and do your little march. Go to the other side. Do a little leg extension. I will definitely be posting a few more videos, but this is a good start.